Hello everyone, Cambrell Marshall, KPRC Channel 2 meteorologist. Thank you for using click2houston.com. An update is that we have strong storms throughout the area today. We'll be watching those throughout this day. I hope you will continue to use Click2Houston to get updated on what's going on. Flash flood warning is over in Chambers County. We also have a flash flood warning in the area that's just to the north of that area, over in Beaumont area. In the areas of green here, this is outlined where you have an aerial flood advisory, and that's all along Galveston and Brazoria counties as well as in Chambers County. We'll talk more about the specifics of that, but look what's going on here. We have all of this rain that's moving from south to the northeast, and that's what's been going on for the last several hours, and we expect that to continue for a little bit as well. Going in closer here, the area that's outlined in red here, that's a flash flood warning. That's until 12:15 today, and that's because of all the rain that's been moving from south to the northeast. You watch what's going on here. We've set back on 1 hour, going backward and looking what's going on 3 hours rather. All of this moving up from the south to the north, getting bigger, and this creating all of this rain that's causing the flash flood warnings in those areas. I pull out a little bit and you can see what's been going on here. This has all been training in. This is moisture, tropical moisture right there. And that's the only area where we have rain right now. Much of the other areas to the north have died down a bit, but along the coast there, Brazoria and Galveston counties, boy, they are really being hammered by that training effect that's in place there, just inside those areas where I have the yellow lines moving up to the north and east. And you know what? You pull out and you can see where that line is still continuing. It's not going anywhere. The best we can hope is that all of this will slide to the east as it continues to go up to the north, because right now there is no lack of tropical moisture there. You pull out for the rest of the state and you can see we're the only ones that are really dealing with this kind of weather. Yeah, there's some thunderstorms out toward San Antonio and areas to the north, just to the west of Dallas. But for the most part, if we look what's going on here, all of this is being fed from this area that's down in the Gulf of Mexico, where the tropical storm had been. We see this circulation where this area of low pressure, look what happens. All of this moisture, tropical moisture, goes right up into this area where we are and feeds right into that line that goes up into the eastern part of the state of Texas and into Louisiana. And that's why we have that the aerial flood advisories and the flash flood warnings in place for those areas. Water vapor loop is in place here. You see the center of this area of low pressure up in the panhandle. The rotation around that is what's bringing all of that around, and it's helping to draw all of that in from the Gulf as well. See this darker area here? That's a little bit of a dry air that's trying to entrain into that, but that's also creating the little traffic pattern that's bringing that moisture right on in there on the surface that's causing all the issues for us in the Galveston, Brazoria County areas. Here's a futurecast model set at 9:30. Remember what I was saying about the best we can hope as this slides to the east a bit? That's what we can hope for, because right now, in reality, it's more of a northeast tilt. It's not quite as straight up north as this is, but let's say that 9:30 or so, it gets to be that way and slides to the east, as this model wants to indicate. But that's not until 1 o'clock. So between now and then, a lot of rain will be falling, and then we see the atmosphere heating up again, and we'll start to see the areas where you don't have rain right now building up, and we'll see more rain in the afternoon down here in the other part of Brazoria County, areas to the north of Harris County, and also areas to the north where you haven't had anything building in by 7 o'clock, heat of the day. Boom, we see some more of those. Now, we'll see a little bit of a break in the overnight hours, and then that break will turn into a repeat of this for tomorrow. Not as intense, not as widespread expected now at this point. Right now, the latest computer models want to back off a little bit for Monday, but we still got our rain chances in there. Certainly they're going to be on the strong side. Here's a rainfall futurecast model, and this is going to be probably less than what is going to be actually falling here down in Galveston area, 2.5 inches. We've already had, the reason they put the flash flood warning in place was because they had 3 to 4 inches in some areas falling, radar indicated amounts, but with more coming, that's why they have that there. So this may be underdone when all is said and done by the time we get done. So the main thing we have today is the high rain amounts, 1 to 2 inches. Area wide, but we have already seen some really isolated areas where there's been a lot more frequent lightning along with that, with hail in some cases as well, some strong gusting winds when those storms go severe. Not much of an indication for frontal clouds, but there's going to be a chance for that as well. Hour by hour planner with the rain chances going up, the temperature being in the mid to upper 80s for the high temperature, depending on where that rain is falling. We see a decrease in the rain chances as we go through Monday into Tuesday, and we see those temperatures go back up. Lots of sunshine starting on Wednesday. Temperatures will go to the low to mid 90s before it's all said and done. But today is the danger day, especially if you're in Brazoria and Galveston counties right now for this morning, going through the noon time. Be very careful wherever you are. Take that umbrella with you and be careful this day.